Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Show. It's great to be back. Obviously, we are here. It's just me and Niall this week. Everyone else has taken a break, but we don't sleep on that. So yes, we are back. How are you doing, Niall?
Grinding hard.
As we all do.
There's no other. I'm currently writing down the answers to your quiz right now, so you're welcome.
All
it's
right.
been a long day, all right.
Oh, it has been, to be fair, yeah. Thank you to DC and Ju6, if I can say your name right. I do apologize. Kenny, what's up, man? How you doing? Dog water headset, stop, man, stop. Right. Look, if you're a part of my streams, you know what he's talking about. But look, we'll get into it. But yeah, look, we're gonna move forward with this. So today, obviously, it's just me and Niall. So we're going to talk about the following things. We're going to talk about McTominay wants to win trophies. It was something he said in an interview, so we'll talk about that. Our new transfer rumours, international performances, Ollie's contract that he received, and Dan James's.
Has he signed it, has he?
I think it was given to him. The rumours were out there, but we will talk about that. And
it's been given, right? Yeah, okay.
And Dan James's new heading style. So yeah, we'll get into it. So let's start off with McTominay. So McTominay, in a recent interview, he said he wanted to win more trophies, and rightly so. I do believe this is kind of important from a United perspective, because this man, McTominay's 24 years old, right? He is 6'4". He's probably one of our best number 8s in our squad, obviously except Pogba and Donny. You never know how it can go, but I do believe this is a big step up. So, Niall, yeah, what do you think about McTominay saying these things? He wants to win trophies at this club.
Should be thankful for being in the first team, if I'm being completely honest. Look, he's having a good season, but think about it logically. We'll get into this. Obviously, his stats are something I have compared, and stats-wise, from what he's asked in the double pivot, he don't do any of it. Now, that'd be because he's more of the attacking, but then again, I'd need to compare him with other players. I mean, we're comparing DMs this week and all that, but if I'm comparing him to other players that play sort of that similar role, I'm not convinced at the moment. Like he's got some good goals and all of that, but is he really gonna be a first team player at United? Well, I shouldn't think so. He will probably be a squad player. Now, yeah, of course, squad players can go on and win titles and win trophies, but I'm not convinced. He's doing well at the moment, but do I think that in a couple of years' time he's going to be in that squad? I would hope not, for United fans' sake, because he's just not of the level of what they need. As I said, we'll get into it all, and I've broken it down and done a big tactical breakdown on it. But nah, just be thankful that you're in the squad, if I'm being completely brutally honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's 100% fair, I guess. But at the same time, I think you want that mentality, to be fair. I think the fact that he is saying that, I do think, he wants this club to go in the right direction. I do see this as a great leadership, because, I mean, you barely see Maguire saying shit about this. But, I mean, look, I do agree that, yes, McTominay, he's not the most talented player. But I do believe that, he can offer something to us that some other players can't. He is obviously lacking, but you do understand. I do think give him about 2 more years at the highest level of football, and then we could get a good tack on our hands, to be fair. McTominay should come to Everton if he wins trophies. You never know. Whereas everyone, they all took a week off, and we're the only ones here. Do you know what I mean? But no, look, I do think McTominay is a good player. I do think he offers quite a bit.
FYI, Charlie, it's been a shockingly good day. We got another one though. Fuck me, we've actually got 3 of us. Unbelievable.
How are you, Pence?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, so so pretty much most of our people got wiped out, simple as that. But we move forward. So yeah, Pence, we're just talking about McTominay. Obviously, he was in a recent interview. He said he wants to win trophies at Man United. What's your opinions on that?
I mean, I think he's got the right mindset. It's Scott McTominay. I mean, he's born and bred United. He knows what it takes to play for Manchester United. Unfortunately, he thinks Messi's the best footballer in the world. But no, I think the McTominay interview was good. I think he's got the right attitude and mindset, and he wants to win. I think he's become one hell of a player this season. I think he's really grown into himself. So no, I love that mindset. Love the comments from McTominay.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. No, do you disagree with mine? And I kind of agree with Pence. Like I said, I was just saying the thing before.
Look, mindset, yeah, the mindset is perfect. The thing that I'm going to say is he's lucky to even be anywhere near your squad. If this was a United side of years ago, he wouldn't be anywhere near this squad. He'd be a Darren Fletcher. Now, Darren Fletcher was no bad footballer. He was very much a squad rotation and all of that. But yeah, for me, it's all about he can do a job. Yeah, of course. It's just about how much more he can do. Are we seeing a purple patch for McTominay, or is McTominay going to kick on from now? That's the big question. And I just want to call out Kenny. I would have got more people on as well, but I've got something I need to do later. So I'm trying not to make this show drag for too long.
Exactly.
So, you are on a lot of shows anyway, so you'll be on the match reaction of Brighton anyway. But yeah, I've got things that I need to do later as well. So
Yeah.
At least he respects my
like. Yeah, look, but we do agree that McTominay is a good player. He does, and I do think he will improve. Obviously, we will talk about the international performances of our players, and we will go straight into it. And we're actually going to move on to that. Actually, this is our next topic. So our international performances. So we had a good few players, especially Bruno, Pogba, Dan James, especially for what he did. We will talk about his masterclass of what he did, and we also have Scott McTominay. So. So obviously we look back. Scott McTominay did very well for Scotland. Pogba, he played in the 1-1 draw with Ukraine, kind of a bit of a unlucky one to be fair. But and also we have Bruno Fernandes. He was part of the 1-0 win over it was Azerbaijan. So yeah, like I said, Niall, were you big over the international fixtures, or were you just all about the England squad?
I had Republic of Ireland on. I can't honestly say I watched too much of your boys playing because not many of your boys are Irish. And to be fair, I mean, Maguire did all right against Poland.
Maguire, Donny was playing.
Did fairly well. You had no one else. Shaw did all right. I don't know. Gareth Southgate is just trash. Donny got a goal for the Dutch team, didn't he? So he's not done too badly. Eric Bailly had a few good games in the Africa and Cup of Nations. Don't think he did anything too mad. Apparently Diallo and has been doing quite well over there. So overall, I think for you boys, it's been fairly decent. Wan-Bissaka's gonna be fresh. He's had a 2-week break, hasn't he? So yeah, I think. Do you know what the right? You ideally, I don't think Bruno played an awful lot though, did he? Which is probably a benefit because the boy looks like he could do with a bit of a rest anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, talking about other players like Martial, he came on for France as well.
Did he score?
Like I said, I don't think he did. I wasn't watching the most, but so yeah. Pence, were you watching the international fixtures, and can you give your opinions on them?
Yeah, I watched. I was able to watch a little bit here and there, but at this point, I'm honestly not a huge fan of the international breaks. I'm a bit confused by them. I don't really know why they're a thing at the minute. We've got players that are not struggling for match fitness, but are they need the rest. Marcus Rashford, out of all of our players, needed the rest. Still went on England duty and ended up getting sent back because he was injured, I believe. Martial picking up another knock, so it looks like he could be a doubt for the week. I don't know if anything's developed this morning, but
Did Greenwood play? Not play, but did Greenwood train?
No,
because obviously he was under 21 duty.
I understand it's.
He's brought back because he was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah. So has he trained at United
Yeah.
since then?
You're talking about Martial or Rashford?
Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Oh, Greenwood. I did not see.
I think he was. I think top story. He might have. Like I said, hopefully he's not injured because we are full of injuries in our attack line.
Yeah, I mean that's our
Hello,
front three.
Steph,
If Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, if they're all hurt, then that's our entire front three. Which I mean, if Diallo has to get a
Who
run
the
in,
fuck is gonna be playing for you? Diallo, Shatiri with Bruno as a false nine. That is how it's gonna go.
I mean, I don't hate it to be honest with you, but we need the fitness back in the guys. We need Rashford. Honestly, I wouldn't be that mad if Rashford rested at the weekend. We're playing Brighton, which I mean they gave us one hell of a run the first game of the season. So I think it should be a game that we wrap up easily. But they're a tough team. They're playing well this season. They've been unlucky a lot the majority of the year. But I wouldn't be that mad if guys like Rashford and Greenwood got arrested. And it's one of the things. Who do we play instead? That's why bringing in the right wing option this summer was crucial because now we've got no one.
I was thinking Mata on the right. Could that work?
Mata on the right's not bad. Him and Bruno have a good link up whenever
as
they're
well as
playing
Donny
together.
as well. Yeah, Donny works well with the Mata as well.
I think Donny's gonna have to play.
You'll see Dan James Diallo with Bruno as a false nine.
So much speed in one team.
Or Mata as a false nine. You're gonna have to do it. Either Bruno or Mata. If all of them are injured, I mean Cavani might be free actually. I mean he's not had international duty. He's had 2 weeks to recover from whatever God knows what injury he had now. So you could see Cavani sort of play, couldn't you? It's peak though.
Yeah.
It is definitely peak for United. Got more injuries than Liverpool.
Exactly. We're not complaining half as much as them because we're actually doing well. So it is what it is.
You've only just had the injuries happen. Let's wait for 3 or 4 games and we'll see.
We're still second. We're going to keep that top 4 spot. But yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting how we are. We're going to be looking at the league title. Clune, thank you so much for watching, man. And United overrated. Anyway, I don't think we are. I think that he's taking the piss with us. He is a Chelsea supporter. But yeah, we'll move forward. We'll move on to our transfers. So Niall has he's done some presentations on a few players that we're looking into, especially some Brexit FC players, especially from England.
So what I've looked at here is the first one is Declan Rice. Very much people after him. I can see why. Now, obviously, the other one, Harry Maguire, has a specific type. He wants English-speaking centre-back, remember? So I looked for English-speaking centre-back, and I found Ben White. So I've done a few things here and sort of had a look at them. So what we'll do first is we'll look at Declan Rice versus other midfielders. Now, I've included Fabinho in this, but the Fabinho stats I've used are from last season. So the season of the year they won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Now, first, what we're going to look at is the passing stats. Now, as you'll see here, pass completion rate, Declan Rice is second. Now, he has similar to Scott McTominay, and obviously Fred being 87, which I was flabbergasted. I mean, I remember texting you, RJ, going, how the fuck has that happened? Don't know. What surprised me more is Fred has like almost 2% more forward passes than all of them. But the passing rate, you can see that Declan Rice, he passes forward more than Scott McTominay, who's a bad 10.7. That is something that, and it is apparent in games as well. He makes a lot of backward passes, a lot of sideways passes. So for me, McTominay, not great. But you can see Declan Rice is top 3 in both of the passing, which is key. And you can see that in the games. Fred's stats are flabbergasting because he passes the stat test, but Jesus Christ, eye test, he fails miserably. Next, what I'm going to look at is because I'm specifically looking for a DM. So I want to look at their blocks and interceptions. I want to see if they're in the right places at the right times. Now you can see Declan Rice is in the top 2 out of all of these, and he is included with some big sort of names. You got Fabinho, got Jorginho, Kante, Fred, McTominay. He's top 2 in both. it's ironic that McTominay gets most blocks, which, yeah, fair. Interceptions, yeah, he's not great at intercepting the ball. What the interceptions is telling me is that he's in the right place. He knows where he needs to be to stop that ball from going anywhere near where it needs to go. One that I remember perfectly is Michael Carrick. He was absolutely perfect at this.
Yeah.
Michael Carrick was such a talent intercepting the ball and breaking up play. And this is something Declan Rice does very well at. It's something United are absolutely lacking. As you can see, he's above Fred and McTominay. It's something you're lacking. And Declan Rice is able to hold that position on his own. So you can see that on just them stats. And what I've done is I've divided these per all the games they've played. So these are per game. These are per game stats. And you can see Declan Rice is definitely up there. Definitely good at passing. He's good at making the blocks and interceptions. Next, I want to look at tackling. Now, for me, tackling is probably Declan's least strongest point. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because as a DM, I wouldn't expect too many tackles because he's clearly in the right places. Therefore, he doesn't need to tackle because he's stopping the ball from going to his destination. Now, you can see that even though his tackles are sort of the second lowest, he jumps up with tackles 1. So that means that he ain't losing many tackles. He's not committing many fouls. That's the key element of this. Scott McTominay is he's not very good. McTominay is shocking at tackling. That much I do know. Fred ain't too bad. But there's one massive drop off for Fred, whereas Declan Rice improves. So as you can see here, Kante is one of the best at tackling and tackling 1. Fred makes the most tackles, but he doesn't win the most in terms of winning them. So that suggests to me that the Fred isn't to the level that you need him. Declan Rice, he doesn't do a lot of tackles per game, but the tackles he does makes come off, which is going to be key, because you don't want a DM just giving away all these stupid free kicks on the edge of the area, which you then get punished for because United are notoriously shit at sort of defending set pieces. So that is another positive in his game. So you got 3 positives straight away. His passing's good. He makes good interceptions. And his tackling is good. Doesn't give away too many free kicks. The last one I want to look at for Declan Rice is clearances and aerial duels. Now, you'll see that he is second on both, right? Barring McTominay. McTominay does for... McTominay in clearances, aerial duels, Fabinho beats Declan Rice. Now, this is one of Declan Rice's best seasons. He trumps almost every... The thing is, Declan Rice is in the top 2 or 3 in every single one of these categories. He is such a class player. That's why United need him. Now, I know RJ doesn't agree because he's of the old Irish thing. But Declan Rice is absolutely a player United need. The stats back up the eye test. The eye test says Declan Rice is a quality player that needs a bigger club. The stats back that up. I'm not just a stats man, but these stats back up the argument that I make in terms of Declan Rice absolutely should be at United or a big club, because he's one of the best DMs in the league. I mean, I'm comparing him to the likes of Kante and Fabinho from last season. Them two are the top of the list, and Declan Rice beats them on some things. So for me, Declan Rice is absolutely a must. And the money may be an issue and all that, but you buy the quality. That's the one thing United haven't done enough. You buy a B-Tech version, right? That's what you do. You buy a B-Tech version of a certain player. Look, Fred is no great player. You buy B-Tech, you want to buy quality, you want to buy class. That's what Declan Rice actually gives you. Now, that's one of them. Now, obviously, Brexit FC at the back, obviously, Harry Maguire requesting English and centre-back. So I went and found an English-speaking centre-back that United were linked with. This is Ben White. Now, Ben White, obviously in a Brighton team, so some of his stats are going to be a bit deceiving. So you do have to bear that in mind as well. I've included Joe Gomez and Van Dijk's stats in here. Now, that was, again, from last season because they were 2 of the best centre-backs in the league last season. So I wanted to compare. I've also put Diaz in here. So we're comparing Ben White with literally the creme of the creme of centre backs. Great centre backs there.
Yeah.
So the first one is goals conceded and clean sheets. It is no surprise to me that Ruben Diaz tops both of them because the City defence this season have been absolutely incredible. Joe Gomez actually comes second. That again doesn't surprise me. Liverpool's defence was absolutely insane. Now, what does surprise me is Van Dijk is third on goals conceded, but he's way down on clean sheets. I have no idea why. Even Lindelof and Maguire are above him on clean sheets only. Now, yes, I know Ben White is a bottom of both of these, but goals conceded and clean sheets aren't really what we should be comparing Ben White on, because you look at the defence, right? Diaz, Gomez, Maguire and Van Dijk all play for City, United, Liverpool, right? Ben White plays for Brighton. So that's what I mean by deceiving stats. The next one I want to move on to is blocks and interceptions. You'll see a lot of the things that I've got are similar to a DM. So what you can see, I've asked for blocks and interceptions. I'm looking at tackling. I'm looking at aerial duels. That's because the DM and the centre-back is so very similar. But the differences are you need a DM that can pass, preferably pass forward, and excite the play in terms of an attack. A centre-back, you don't want doing that. You want them laying it off to the DM that should be able to do that for you. Now, yes, I'm about to be in the mud because blocks and interceptions, Maguire is top of the list on both. Now, for me, that really annoys me. But Lindelof is right at the bottom on interceptions. Lindelof. Now, I've always said Lindelof reads a game well. I'm now in the mud because he really doesn't. I've looked back at previous games as well. I've looked at the stats and they don't correlate that argument of he reads the game well. Interestingly, I didn't include Eric Bailly. I probably should have done that as well. But Lindelof doesn't read the game very well, but he does make more blocks in terms of that. But one I want to look at is Ben White, second on interceptions. Now, you think about the amount of workload that man has to do. That's impressive to be right up there in terms of a Brighton team. Very good at intercepting the ball. He reads the game perfectly. A bit like maybe even Maguire. I maybe have to start saying Maguire reads the game better than Lindelof. Look at blocks, though. Yeah, Ben White average, but he's below Diaz, Lindelof, and Maguire. They're decent centre backs. But interestingly, he is above Van Dijk and Gomez. And then moving on briefly to tackling. This is where Ben White really excels, as you will see here. Ben White tops the list on both. Now, yes, that may be due to the fact that he has more work to do being in a smaller team. Yes, of course, that will have an impact. Hence why I said take a lot of these stats with a pinch of salt as well. But what this is showing me is that Ben White makes the tackles, and yeah, the tackles one, it's a significant drop off. But you also have to take into account he's doing a lot more tackling at Brighton. You move him to a top team, he has to do less tackles. It means he can make the more effective tackles, and his stats would be more would be better. I would expect to see him probably between the 0.4 and the 0.5 in terms of tackles won, which, as you would see, would put him on the levels of Diaz and Maguire for tackles won. He'd also be doing less tackles, so I would expect him probably to be doing similar tacklings to Lindelof and Maguire, which is sort of 0.75. That's what I would expect the drop-off to be. And that's why I say you'd probably expect to see him in the 0.4, 0.5 range. Now, the last bit I want to look at before I stop boring you all with some stats is clearances and aerial duels. And another one, Ben White's game is not great in terms of aerial duels and clearances. That's not a problem. And the reason I say that's not a problem is because look who's top. Maguire is top on he's top on aerial duels by at least almost 2% higher aerial duel win rate than Van Dijk. Now, everyone praises Van Dijk for his aerial ability. The shock is that Maguire is actually one of the best in terms of heading the ball out of defence. Top player at doing that. Makes no surprise Lindelof is almost about 4% below that. That actually doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me is the clearances. Obviously, Van Dijk is top. Maguire, there's a bit of a drop off. It's about 0.5% drop off between Van Dijk and Maguire. A further drop off for Lindelof. Now, as I said, Ben White isn't great at this part of the game, whereas Maguire is one of the best at this game. So what you want is the fact that Maguire's best at clearances and aerial duels. I would expect Ben White's tackling to be better than Harry Maguire's, and his interceptions are better than Harry. Well, they're not better, but they're sort of similar levels per se. Ben White actually would be a good partner for Harry Maguire based on this stats. Ben White is better than Lindelof. He's quicker than Lindelof, and he'll be able to track back. Harry Maguire and Ben White would complement each other nicely. Now, I know the whole thing about Brexit FC and all of that, but judging by what I've seen, yeah, you definitely see that Ben White would complement Maguire very nicely, and you absolutely must buy Declan Rice without a shadow of a doubt. That is your lesson complete.
Yeah, 100%.
If you'd like the slide sent to you, you can DM me for your homework.
Pence, what do you think of that? Do you think that encouraged you to buy those two English players, or?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Declan Rice, he's a fantastic player. But with him being a Premier League player and he's English, I worry about us having to pay well over what he would be worth, simply for those two reasons. And the same thing with Ben White. I think Brighton was asking upwards of 30 million for him, and they rejected offers from, I think it was Leeds last year, of like 25 and 30 million. They rejected offers. So I would just be worried about paying over the odds. And I think one of the standout points from those stats is the fact that I think maybe Maguire, although he's not, and don't get me wrong, he's nowhere near the center back that we should be having at a club like Manchester United. But it goes to show, we've seen when Eric Bailly's fit, we've seen when he's partnered next to Harry Maguire, it's an entirely different defense. So not only do you wonder, is it really Maguire that's struggling, or do you think he's kind of having to compensate a bit for Lindelof in a way? And I think maybe if we were to get someone like, someone similar to Eric Bailly in there, I don't know how close to Eric Bailly that Ben White is, but I don't know how similar of a player they are. But I mean, when you look at Eric Bailly and Maguire next to each other, they're pretty. It's pretty strong.
Ben White's quite quick. That is one part of his game that he's quite good at. Don't forget, it was in a Leeds defence, so of course he's going to be quick. He was in their Championship defence. He's quick, but yeah, you're dead on right, Pence, when you talk about the stats suggesting that it's not Harry Maguire that's the problem. It's actually Lindelof. Now, I've always said that Lindelof read the game better. And that's wrong, right? I can hold myself up. I can hold my hands up and go, I got that wrong. I've looked at the stats. I've then looked at previous games. Lindelof doesn't read the game very well. It does surprise me. The only reason that Lindelof is actually in the team is because Eric Bailly is so injury prone. If Eric Bailly was not so injury prone, it would be Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire. The issue is Eric Bailly can't play more than one game a week, or he will be in the red zone. Now, the red zone, for anyone who doesn't understand, is basically that means he can't play anymore. That means he's going to get an injury. So Eric Bailly can no longer do the 2 games a week if his body physically would implode. Yeah. It's why Eric Bailly needs to go to a team that's not in European football, or a team that plays less sort of league games. You'd think a sort of German side probably would suit Eric Bailly quite well, especially with the high line, Eric Bailly able to track back. I would expect to see him probably go to Germany, if I'm being brutally honest. Maybe even a Dortmund or a Leipzig. Probably suit them quite well, actually. Especially with Upamecano, I could see actually Eric Bailly going to Leipzig. The high line, it would actually quite suit Eric Bailly a lot. But yeah, the issue is Lindelof, not Maguire. That doesn't change the fact that I still think Maguire is a fridge. But that's because he's got the movement of one. But no, if you put Ben White next to Harry Maguire, I actually think it wouldn't be too bad. I think the pace would be quite well. You can see that they would actually complement each other quite well in terms of tackling and all of that. And the key thing, he fits Harry Maguire's sort of preference on English speaking, which I don't know if that's actually a true thing that Maguire said, but I wanted to be fair to Maguire and assume it's true.
Right, and I think that like it's almost comparable to like what Liverpool do, where they've got Joe Gomez who's quick, and they've got Virgil who's obviously air dominant ball defender.
Yeah.
So you combine the two, and you've got a perfect link up. I mean, you can almost look at like a Real Madrid in a sense. Ramos has lost a touch of speed, but he's been one of the best in the air defenders as far as I'm concerned. He's been very, very good in the air. Especially from set pieces and stuff when getting on the attacking side of the ball. And you pair him next to someone like Militao or in recent seasons Varane, where they've got that kind of pace next to each other. It's you got an air dominant player next to a pacey player who can track back. It's a perfect combo that's seemingly becoming the modern style of football these days.
And the thing is, Ben White isn't actually bad in the air either.
No.
I can't remember. I literally made these. I've forgotten already. If I look at where is it?
You do take in consideration. Obviously, you look at other players. We're looking at.
Okay, actually, he is a bit trash. He is a bit trash, early. No, but that's actually not too bad because what Pence is saying is completely true. Maguire is dominant in aerial duels and clearances in terms of aerial. Whereas Ben White, his interception and his tackling is maybe a bit below. But you also have to take into consideration that Ben White plays for Brighton, so that's why I said these stats can't be completely gospel, but it does show a lot of what the issues at United in that back line is.
Yeah, 100%. No, for me, I think it is important that we do look at those stats, especially if we are looking for a player.
I think one of the big things with having a player like Ben White, he's used to playing at a club like Leeds last season and Brighton this season, where they've not got the best midfield players in front of them. They've not got the best defensive midfield in front of them and the best defenders around them. So they're constantly having to worry about letting a through ball that just comes out of nowhere. And whereas at United, you would expect a higher level of players around him and in front of him. So I think a lot of it comes down to like positional awareness, and like we discussed earlier with Declan Rice, I think that's one of the main reasons why someone like Donny Van de Beek can't play as a DM role, because his positional awareness isn't defensively isn't fantastic. Offensively, we know he's next to none as far as positional awareness, but defensively, it's a little it's a work in progress. But I think for a center back, we need someone who's definitely going to be not necessarily the best in the tackle or the best in the air. Just need someone who's quick, can track back, and knows how to properly position themselves. And what better than a player like a Ben White, who's coming from the middle to lower half of the table club, who he fits that forte. As far as I'm concerned, about as good as you can imagine. Where they're used to being sprung passes on them from 30 yards away from Liverpool, and where they're just getting bombarded for 80 out of the 90 minutes of a game. So I think it would be a good fit. Curious to see how well it would work out, but I think it'd be a good fit.
Yeah, no, 100%. What I was going to obviously move on to was, we're looking at other players from different leagues, and we do have to take in consideration the fact that the Premier League is probably the hardest league to play in, because you look at players like Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, they're exceptional talents, but the thing is, it's completely different from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. So players like Koundé from Sevilla, or looking at players from like Zakaria from Mönchengladbach, people that I was very interested in watching, especially not just in Champions League, but especially in their leagues as well. The only problem is with some players like Zakaria is because the thing about him is he's 4 knee injuries this season, and you do have to take into consideration we do not want to sign someone like Eric Bailly in our CDM. Let's be honest, because the fact is, if we lose him, let's say he's about 40 million. He gets injured his first game. That's 40 million down the drain already. So we have to be fair with that. And I do think, yes, fair enough, Declan Rice would be a perfect place, and it would, to be fair. But the thing is, his price, if West Ham, let's say they get to the Champions League, which I'm hoping to do, because like I said, I do think they're a good club. They're run by a good manager. They are run by good players like Souček, Lingard, Antonio. Even their centre backs like Kufal and all that.
I know where you can. I just want to pick you on one point. Lingard's crucial. Now Lingard, I don't care what people tell me. Lingard is not United quality. Like, that is clear. Like he's not United. He is not United quality. No, I have my reasons for this.
Okay, go
At
on.
United, you face so many low blocks, right? You always
Right.
face it, right?
Okay.
Lingard, when he's at West Ham, he doesn't face a low block. It means he can use his pace. It's where he's happy. He's happy when he can run in behind and all of that. We've seen it at West Ham. He is crucial to this. Now, is Lingard, if he comes back, a first-team player for United? No, he is not.
No.
He is a bench player, may come on the pitch sort of through a game, could probably replace Bruno, but you also have Donny who could do the same thing. You also, if you can keep Pogba, also have Pogba. So let's not get it twisted. If Lingard comes in, he's like your fourth choice attacking central midfielder. If we're being brutally honest, I'll pick Bruno over him. I'll pick Paul Pogba over him. I'll pick Donny over him. So he's your fourth choice attacking central midfielder. If Declan Rice was to come into your club, he'll be your best DM. And it's something you are crucial. And arguably, you're only DM because Matic is on his a Zimmer frame, and McTominay and Fred are not DMs.
I mean, close enough.
I don't care how many people tell me, but they're playing there for United. No, they're both playing DM because neither of them can do the DM role. You've literally got 2 8s inside that. You've literally got two players as a 2 8s playing a 1 6 role. It doesn't work. So you could use Lingard as a sort of part player, part cash deal, which means that you can then offer Lingard. That would knock. If he can continue his form until the end of the season, that easily knocks off 20-30 million off the price tag. It means you're paying less for Declan Rice and you're getting a player you actually need, because you don't need another attacking central midfielder who can also play on the left. You've got them. You've got them in Shotiri, you've got Diallo, you've got James, you've got Martial, you've got Rashford, you've got Bruno, Donny, Paul, and the list goes on. You've got so many players there. You have no DMs. So using Lingard as a part cash payment for Declan Rice, what you're doing is you're getting a player who isn't quite going to make the cut at United. You'll have someone who will make the cut and all of that. Who won't make the cut at United, but would make the cut at West Ham and all of that. But yet you're getting a DM who can play well at West Ham, at United, and would do a good job for you. That's why it's important you do get Declan Rice, and it's why Lingard is crucial. Because if Moisey wants Lingard, you can then go, well, you can have Lingard, but we want Declan Rice. Let's do a deal. You get Lingard, we'll take Declan Rice, and we'll offer you 50, 60 million. You're cutting the price straight away there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, what I think is, the way the media we're talking about, obviously, you have to take the media with a pinch of salt. Obviously, you can't take them seriously. They're saying that Jesse Lingard could be in the England squad. The way that he's impressed Southgate, it could happen. I mean, he has experience. He was part of the 2018 World Cup group. It could happen. I think if he does be part of that squad, I think you can add another 10, 15 million onto that, because technically, if you're playing for England, it kind of does set you apart from others. Like, no offense, Jack Grealish, he should be part of that team. I think he could be, but you know how Southgate is at this rate. But I do agree. I do think that's probably the best way we can do it for Manchester United. I don't want to see him go, but if it means that he's getting more game time, if it means that we get good performances out of him, I think that's a win-win, if I'm really honest. But it's
and Declan Rice is the thing is Declan Rice he's Premier League proven. That's the other thing.
That's the thing, yeah.
He's Premier League proven, and we've seen this so many times with Thiago Werner and Ziyech and Havertz and fucking all of them. That if you get someone from a different league, it takes some time to adjust. I've looked at 2 players who play in the Premier League, and both of them, Declan Rice is such a crucial part to, if you're not,
exactly.
It'd be so crucial
to
that sort of defensive.
Because
he's so underrated.
I mean, when you look at it, really, if we did get Rice, let's say we did get Rice, so you'd have Rice in our CDM position, say Pogba as our centre mid. If he does stay, obviously, there's rumours saying he wants to get out. Donny would do a job, yeah. Donny would. I think people have underestimated the teamwork.
You might see Pogba go. The reason I say that is it's a difficult one as well because Donny could do it. Donny could easily do that.
Donny's very
8 goals.
versatile when it comes to.
Yeah, he could definitely do that. I rate Donny a lot. Donny is such a key, crucial player. And the thing is, I think about that, and he's so good. So you might see Pogba go because we've seen Ollie's like, yeah, we're not doing great financially. You know, the whole PR spin. He's either bluffing or he genuinely has been told, yeah, you've got about 50, 60 million. We're going to offload some players. Lingard being one. So I think if you get two players, Ben White and Declan Rice would probably be it. If you could get Sancho, that would be one heck of a window, and that would be huge and mega for you.
And the thing is, what I think is as well, when I was talking to some people in my own chat, not Haaland, but I'm saying if we get someone like a striker, I was thinking there's a certain striker at Frankfurt. He's Portuguese. He is I can't remember if I can remember off the top of my head. But he has played with Bruno Fernandes in the past. But if we can try and get him to United, I think he'd be about how much? He'd probably be 30 million. I think if we could get him, right? Because like I said, I don't think Cavani will be leaving in the summer, so we do need Andre Silva. That's it. Sorry. So Andre Silva, we could sign him from Frankfurt. Obviously, you know, Jovic, from Real Madrid is back at Frankfurt, and he does want to come back to Frankfurt. For Frankfurt need to pay the money. Frankfurt. So yeah, I do think we could use it as a sense. We could probably pay 20-25 million for him. He's a good player. He's the second top scorer in the Bundesliga, behind obviously Robert Lewandowski. And you know, it's as simple as that. You know, he's I do believe that, you know, if we do buy him, I do think he could be a good asset to our team. He's good at, like I said, he's got second most. He got about 26 goals, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I do believe that he has done bits for Frankfurt this season. So yeah, like I said, we could buy like a cheap striker like himself. We could buy Ronaldo. Ronaldo's 25 million. He could come back to United. I'd love to see it, but
let's not be naive. You're not getting 4 players. You're getting 3 players. Yeah. So I think you should get Declan Rice. You should get Ben White, and you should maybe not get Ben White. It's an idea, but the stats don't lie. He complements Maguire quite well. So if you could get all of them plus Sancho, right, then you'd have Greenwood and Martial as strikers, Diallo understudy to Sancho, and then you'd have James as an understudy to Marcus. I'd actually get Shotiri out on loan. It's doing wonders for James Garner. James Garner is ripping it up in
yes,
Forest. So if I was you, I would. Garner needs to move to a Newcastle next year. He needs to go to a Newcastle, a Brighton, a lower Premier League. He would do a good job there, learn the trade, come back the season after. But get Shorty out on loan.
Yeah. What I think is we could also get Mengi. Mengi playing for Derby. Wayne Rooney's come out in the media saying he would love to keep Mengi for next season. I do think that's okay, to be fair.
I'd let him keep him for another year. He's not ripped up the Championship. He's not done great.
To be fair, you look at the position that Wayne Rooney took them in. I don't think they were specifically, or in January. Like in January, they were close to getting relegated.
You are correct in what you're saying, but I would give him another year on loan. I think.
100%.
Garner has just ripped up. Yeah, Garner's ripped up the Championship.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest.
He's just basically treated it like it's some ready meal from Sainsbury's or something. It's absolutely the way he's treated that league is just disrespectful to the Championship.
You know what I would actually say for Garner? I'd say we give him to Norwich. Norwich are going to go up next season. Plus, they will be giving away Oliver Skip back to Spurs, so they'll need someone like.
That's a shout. But
because that's what I was thinking. Because Spurs need players back.
I was thinking either Brighton or Newcastle. I think.
I mean, Newcastle are going down.
Newcastle might go down. Fulham.
So would you say Fulham? There you go. We got a Fulham. I think Fulham will stay up for another few seasons because
I think Fulham and he'll do well at Fulham as well. Scotty Parker.
Yeah.
Scotty likes playing out from the back. He likes playing into midfield and all that lovely stuff. It's great to see, actually. That's no disrespect. Yeah, that's no disrespect to Sean Dyche. Obviously, I love Sean Dyche football. It's absolutely brilliant. The shithousery that man does is absolutely.
Yeah.
But the budget he also does it on is ridiculously small. So I do love Sean Dyche. But now Fulham, Brighton, Newcastle, if they stay up, they would be the ones I would go for. Just because I think they are that quality. But yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd probably skip the striker. I don't think you're getting all of them, and that might take away the sort of money for Sancho. If I was Ollie, I would literally go on Sancho, Rice, Ben White as an example. Go get me all three of them, please, and I will go do some stuff in the league. As every other team's going to be improving. And United will need to improve. He's overachieving with the squad. I do have to say that.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is definitely for sure. But one thing I also want to put out as well. The Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stand.
Put the respect on the baby assassin's name. Put respect on Mason Greenwood's name, because he's a lovely guy.
Well, what I will say is also, like, you do take in consideration we have a few players on loan this season. You know, I swear to God, if someone, like, you know, hits Lazio's in the head so that they can buy Andres Pereira, like, honestly, I'd just take him for a bag of chips. I'll take that.
That's the thing. Like, you've got so much dead wood that you could, even if it's like 10
even
million.
Phil Jones. Yeah,
that's what I'm right. So let's RJ, have you got a pen and paper, or do I need to write it down?
I got a pen and paper, yeah.
Right, excellent. Write it down. So we got Phil Jones, say 10 million. 5 to 10 million. Yeah?
All right. I'll say 7.5, just to be fair.
Yeah, that will do. 7.5, right. Diallo. Not Diallo. Dalot. 15 million.
I was thinking 15, yeah.
Right. Pereira, 20 million. You could get.
I said, yeah, because
he's a bit young.
He also got Player of the Month as well. So he's been playing.
There you go. So yeah, 20 or 25 million. So I'd say 20 million.
20 million.
Who else you got?
Jesse Lingard.
Lingard. No, you don't need to worry about him. He's being a part deal with Declan Rice. Who else have you got?
We got Palestri. Would we sell him, or would you say? But I don't think we can put him out on loan again. Like, you know what I mean?
I think you could. I think, yeah. Just give him another loan.
I'd say if we drop him to
Kenny,
like
Kenny. When I said Diallo, I meant Dalot. So
I mean, if we're really looking at, I mean,
who else have you got?
7 point.
Who else have you got?
Well, Lindelof. If we're going to sell him in the summer, I'd love to sell, but I don't think we will.
Bailly. Now I'm not saying Bailly's dead wood, but I know he's going, so you could probably say 20 million for Bailly.
I think that's a nice fair, already, like, if we're really
who else have you got? Nah, there's more. Who else have you got that's dog shit? You've got to have more than that.
Tellez might be on the go. You never know.
Nah, Tellez has done enough to be good.
No,
Cavani's going at the end of the season on a free. Who else have you got?
Just had everyone in the comments.
Fred. You could get 30 million for Fred. I'll just get rid of him.
Yeah,
he's not good enough.
Matic,
I don't.
Probably 5 million. I'd say 5 million.
No one will take him. Have you seen?
I personally think you go to.
You need him because he's multilingual, so he's able to communicate with people who can't speak the language. Very important.
So his new job is going to be actually Sergio Romero.
He's end of contract at summer. The thing with Matic is you've seen it with Cavani. Matic is the one that talks to Cavani. It's crucial. It is crucial if you've got multilingual people. Will really help with Diallo as well. That experienced head. You do need a bit of experience. You've got a lot of young players. Someone like Matic is really, really valuable to have around. Mata end of contract, so you won't get any money for him.
Who else?
You haven't got any more. That's got to be.
Okay, well, like if we got
Cavani's free, he's under contract. Romero under contract. No one will take Matic. Fred, I've said 30 million. If Pogba leaves, that yeah, but I'm not going to call Pogba dead. Actually, yeah, chuck it down. Put him down for 70.
No, but we did put Eric Bailly, to be fair. So yeah, that's 90. But Pogba, I personally think we will get 90. So
say
if
80.
We're really
say 80. No, I think 80.
No, I think we'll get 90.
Last year a contract, bro. Last year a contract.
Okay, 80 million there. Well, technically, how much did we pay for him though? We paid like
95 million or 92 million, something like that. So I don't think you are not recouping 90 odd million for him. Don't be so ridiculous. Not last year in contract. 70, 80 million is probably fair. So how much is that totaled up then? Bearing in mind that Ollie will get about 60% of this on his squad.
So doing the calculations, it was about 177.5 million.
Right. Now,
so divide that
by 100 times by 60.
This is a math lesson now, boys. 60 goes. Hold on, lads. This is what you get now. You know, we're missing school, but like, you know what I mean. This channel will teach you stuff.
You get, what was the main figure again?
177.5 million. Hold on. All right.
5 divided by 100 times by 60. Right. So Ollie will get about 106 million pounds to spend on the squad. Now that doesn't include about the 70 odd million that the Glazers will give him for free. Not for free, but you know the transfer. The transfer budget will be about 70 million, right? So that's
probably not. It could be a bit higher from sponsorships. I'd say you probably get 120.
Not from the Glazers, mate. You're getting 70. Not from the Glazers. They're money stinging cunts. No, we're right, guys. If you want a lesson, we're sorting out United's transfer budget. So you'll get 70 million off the Glazers, right?
Yeah.
Roughly.
Right.
You've got 106 million off players. That doesn't include Lingard. Like, that doesn't include Lingard.
Yeah. Right? It would probably be 40 million, roughly. If he gets into England. If he gets in England squad.
You probably knock about 30, 35 million off the Rice deal, which means that Rice deal is 60 million. Right, so let's add the 70 million that we're going to get, or you're going to get from the Glazers.
That'd be 176.
You're on 176 million. We'll add, right, so let's say, so let's do the transfer. Sancho, how much are we expecting Sancho to... Kenny, shirt sales do not class as transfer money. Just chucking that out there. So how much do you expect to pay for Sancho? What, maybe
75?
70? How much?
I'd say 75. 75.
Okay. No,
I think to be fair, because he was going to go for 80, because that's where we got 80, but 70.
No, you're getting cheaper. 70 million, mate. You'll get him 70 because Dortmund ain't even got Champions League football next season. So let's do the 70 million, right?
Even Haaland.
Then let's think logically now. Declan Rice. Let's say his initial is 100 million, right? Let's just say it's roughly around that ballpark. Take off the 35 million that you're going to be giving for Lingard, that's 65 million. So take away 65 million, that leaves 41.5 million for which means you could probably get Ben White for about 40 million. Should be able to. Don't forget, if you do it smart, you could probably you should be able to do that. So there you go. Summer transfer window sorted. You can get right. So if Ed Woodward is listening, if Ed Woodward's listening, fuck John Myrtle, mate. You need me, right? So I'm a tough negotiator. I know what I'm fucking doing. I'm not a pleb like you. So if you want hiring, I am available. But no, there's your transfer window sorted, boys. You're welcome. You'll get 3 players. You'll get Sancho, Declan Rice, Ben White. You'll also have sold a shit ton of dead wood that you frankly don't need. Pogba will go, but Donny will fit in quite nicely there. Fred, you might get less, but give or take, that'll be roughly what you get. So you're welcome.
100%. There you go.
How much? Aaron's too? Sorry, my transfer budget wouldn't allow me to go get
that'd be about 35 million, roughly. If we had to do a swap deal, I think we could do like a swap deal potentially.
For who?
We could go. What's his name? You know the guy from Forest, right? We'll give him and
You're joking.
well, unknown. Give him unknown, and we'll pay like a 10 million fee.
Oh no,
I'm just saying.
sorry. I'm afraid, RJ, that the Glazers wouldn't let me spend any more money. I spent all my transfer kitty. I have 1.5 million left. Fuck it. I'll buy Phil Jones back for 1.5 million. Here you go, boy. Nah,
we'll sign Wilson from from Newcastle when they go relegated into the Newcastle.
I think that would be quite fair. I think getting them three. Defense centre back is crucial. A DM is crucial. Right wing would be absolutely magical for United. And then you could have Greenwood and Martial playing up top and sort of rotating between the two of them. There you go, problem solved. You're welcome, United. If you are watching, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on.
We're nearly at 140, lads. We're nearly at 140. We're one off. So, guys, like I said, we're going to move on now.
So let's make sure we get to that 140 before we finish tonight. Me and RJ are grinding like fork, right? So let's make sure we get there.
John, where you at, man? Where you at? Come on. I'm joking now. Anyway, look.
I told you I don't copy you.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna talk about Ollie, right? And now this will be our last topic before we move on to the quiz. So
yes.
So have you heard anything about this, Niall, or should I just get it straight into it?
Get straight into it.
Okay, so Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's set to receive a £30 million Man United contract, regardless of whether the Red Devils finish this season. So,
well, you have to get top four.
I think top four. I think we will get it. I mean, we're 6 points above Chelsea.
That would be the only thing that stops it. Yeah.
No, I agree. I personally agree. I do think the Europa League is ours to take or to lose. Sorry. I mean, I don't see the winner of, say, Ajax or thing to actually do something.
The Glazers don't care about the trophies, but look at every manager that's been sacked. Jose wanting top four, Van Gaal wanting top four. If you don't get top four, you're gone. That's essentially how it is. Ollie will get top four. He'll get a new contract.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie came out saying, I've seen some of this criticism, but I suppose when you're the manager of Manchester United and they've had success over the years, and that they've had.
You think Ollie gives a flying fuck about the criticism?
Not at all. Not a hope. Look, the way
he literally couldn't give a flying fuck what you write about him. To be brutally honest, probably doesn't even read it.
Unless it's good though.
He probably doesn't even read them. He's a Fergie boy. Fergie had probably told him not to look at any criticism. Don't look at the newspapers. They're trash. But he's a Fergie boy.
I mean, he does read. Obviously, he did see about the when United were not getting any penalties. He said, someone wrote up this shit. No, but to be fair, like I said, I do think
I was being smart. Yeah, but he didn't read that. He saw what Jurgen did and was like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yeah. To be fair, I think he had all rights to do that. To be fair, I do believe.
No. The thing is, people go, moaning. No, Klopp did the same.
Mm-hmm.
The issues is we've seen Fergie do it for years. Fergie did it. Yeah. The thing is, it's gaining an advantage. These referees are so fucking shit. But by the way, I'm plugging Restview. Go check out Restview from yesterday. A great chat with Dom and Tom. That rhymes as well. The official Restview. The official Restview. So make sure you go check out that. A great show talking about lots of things. But these referees are so easily influenced, so you might as well. You can literally just be like moaning in the media and all of that. And that's the thing. Like it is what it is. But no, Ollie's a good manager. Like you think he's overachieving. Like fuck, he's got Fred and McTominay. I mean, come on, Fred and McTominay.
Put that like an Italian accent, Jesus.
Lindelof as well. Fred and McTominay and Lindelof. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd appreciate that at Plymouth Argyle, let alone if I'm watching it at United. That's revolting. You're watching Fred and McTominay as a DM partnership with someone who's like quite
think yeah.
It's actually painful to watch, RJ.
To
It
be fair,
really is.
I'm kind of confused, not confused, but kind of surprised that the McFred pivot actually worked for a while. Do you know what I mean? It worked for a bit. I think when we played PSG for the first time when we bet them 2-1, I think that's when it worked. And I think especially during the Man City game, and that's when it works. That's the only time when it will work, when you're given a bit of space, especially Leeds. You see a common trend here where whenever United get space, right, McFred are the group to do it. And the same with Dan James, to be fair. Dan James does well when he's given a tiny bit of space at the end of the day. And I do think, look, we will talk about Dan James in a sec, but for me, you look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I mean, the man, look, you start out with the team they had. He had Andres Pereira, a Man United reject who's now in the Serie A, not tearing it up, but he's doing an all right job. As is Cam, as the player that to do creativity. I mean, the guy doesn't even start for Brazil. I mean, look at the talent Brazil have. I understand it's a great team, but he should be trying to get in that team if he's actually good. But not only that, so we'll move on. Like I said, we were going to be doing the quiz. We will do one last topic. I did forget, obviously, that we're going to talk about this topic, and it was Dan James. Now, Dan James, I mean, you might have seen in the reports that he. In his international game with Wales, he scored a header. Now, I don't know what they were feeding him before this match, but I think United had to get on this, to be fair. And if I can get the picture in, I will do it right now. I found it very impressive. I do think Dan James, he's learning every day. He's trying to. Here we go. Hold on, let me just quickly get it right here. That's how tall he jumped. I mean, to be fair, you see him like he's not as tall as people believe, but I mean that was a fair enough good jump. And do check it out, lads, because it was a very good.
I just quickly jump in and say if I'm a centre back, I'm retiring from football.
If Dan James can score on you,
that centre back has allowed Dan James to out jump him, right, and win the header and score a goal. Yeah. If I'm that defender, I'd retire from internet. I'd retire from completely.
I mean, to be fair, I mean the team that they were playing, I swear, like most of them play in like supermarkets at that rate. To be fair, like the standards, of some teams. I mean, you look at Ireland. I mean, we're not going to talk about our club, our countries. I mean, you can blame on the manager all you want, but the FAI are to blame. But we will not talk about that because this is the United show, not the Irish show. So sadly, we'll get one back in September when we get absolutely bummed by Portugal. So yeah, we're going to move on. We are trying to get Kenny on just to make sure that if I don't get all the blame for the quiz. So yeah, we're going to start off with it. Hopefully, if he wants to come on, that'd be great. But yeah, so now take it away.
Well, mate, I'm just putting in the group in the chat to Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kenny, I've sent you a DM. So if you are free to join us on the quiz.
So yeah, I'm gonna look at this. So some of the comments by Kenny. Kenny's been very vocal in the chat.
Yeah.
Tom, I swear to God, if I get more than you, I am going to shush you. I swear to God.
Oh, they got a bonus question as well. They got 60.
I know. Yeah, I was watching as well. Yeah,
oh,
but
yeah.
we got two, don't we? So yeah, we will win it.
Two? I barely even thought of one bonus question at the moment.
Oh, come on, you have a lot of time. Don't worry. Midfield 3, Newcastle are going to be. That's true. Diallo, Deadwood, Nile, yeah, to be fair. Piera, Cavani, he'll be gone in the summer. Romero, Matic, Fred. If Pogba leaves at 70 to 9 million, yeah, fair. And not saying he's Deadwood, but it looks like he's going apparently so to Mr. Raiola. Using swap deal for Rice, that's what we were saying. Also doesn't include shirt sales, correct. 89 million for Sancho. I think 80 million is fair enough. I mean, I did say 75, so 75 is fair enough as well. Yeah, but I mean, the greatest will give him. Like I said, I've made the point that obviously, they won the Super Bowl, so they will get a lot more money. Maybe they might invest in United, maybe because they did do a lot of investing in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially bringing like the likes of Tom Brady and other good players. I'm trying to remember what's his name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, Tom Brady was the main player that was in that match, and that's when we talk about American football. Sorry, Pence, but it's just we associate Tom Brady with American football. Sancho, Kunde, Rice, Torres, Haaland, some of our targets. True, yeah. Aaron's 2. Oh yeah, he was talking about the targets. Yes, okay. The thing the player can show because he plays for Brighton. If Ben White plays for PSG and his name was Benaldo you'd be powering the most. Fair enough. All he lives in Europa League, then reading someone on Twitter saying he's been lucky and suddenly he starts falling to his knees and tears running down his face. I mean, it could happen, to be fair, at this rate. Ollie's a very sensitive soul now. He knows what to do. And he's doing a great job. I'm still Ollie in. I mean, if there's anyone who's Ollie out in the chat, please, like I said, DM me. We'll have a good conversation, and I will honestly roast you.
DM me, and I'll get you on the fucking show.
We need more content.
I am thinking about more content. That stats breakdown was really good, but I want to advance here to a more I can't even get the words out. In the summer, we're going to be doing a lot more content based on all of these sorts of things. So make sure you are tuned in for the summer. Make sure you're subscribed because there's going to be so much content that it's so good to see. Obviously, a City show coming up potentially.
Congrats against the fans.
Sorry, mate, I can't join you right now. Oh, Kenny, you killed Kenny. Right, RJ is single file for RJ. This is going to be brutal. I can't even help you because I did these myself.
Yeah. All I'm saying,
my laptop's out of battery. You see, I see. Do you know what? Join on your phone. Just join on your phone, but don't have your camera on. It's the same thing, isn't it? Or you might be watching this on TV. I don't know. All right, we're going to crack into it. We're going to crack into it on TV. So we're going to move RJ into this position. I take full control now, bitches. Now, Tom did this. Now, I have got these written down, so I'll do that now. I need to get Tom's comments or Twitter. There it is. So I've got them. So you got an easy one to start with, I think.
Okay.
Right. So I'm getting them up now. The first one is Manchester City in the league away. So this was away this year. Right. So who's missing?
I mean, I can tell you their numbers as well. Number 2, Victor Lindelof. Obviously, the lovely pair between him and Maguire. The next number is Martial. He got man of the match. He was number 9, and then the number 21, Dan James.
Okay. Next up is.
Oh, like I just put this coming up. It's like this. That's already known, mate. That's already known. Don't worry.
This one is PSG. Now, this is the second leg in 2019. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What did Ole do in this lineup?
Oh, the 1-9 Paris. I remember there's so many. I know all the substitutions, but all right. So it was Shaw, Smalling. Right.
FYI, you did not play a 4-3-3.
I know, yeah, we played a 4-4-2, wasn't it?
Nope.
No, it was. It was Lukaku and Rashford up top. That's what I remember. Andreas Pereira was one. I remember he was definitely on that team.
Actually, it might have been 4-4-2, yeah.
Yeah. Do I have a timer? Is that?
Nah.
I'm trying to remember the players back
then. Do you know what? Actually, no, Kenny. He's saying for fuck's sake, I know these. Oh, Kenny.
Oh, wait, hold on. I remember. Wait, hold on. So, yeah, so Eric Bailly was also playing that match. I do remember. It was Eric Bailly. He was with, because we did not have a right back. And then the other player was, I saw with Marcus Rashford. It was Ashley Young. That's it. Yes, I'm fully confident on that. I'm fully confident.
Right.
Fully confident. Come on, boys.
Your next one is from 2008.
I was 5 years old. That's
Barcelona.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Who's missing?
So, So wait, Van der Sar, Evra, blank, Ferdinand, Hargreaves, Park, Carrick, Scholes, blank, blank, Ronaldo. Oh my god. Also, I just want to put a claim around, to Tom. Thanks a million, mate. Like, you are a great, great person, mate. Honestly, Jesus. Oh my god. What the? Why is it so difficult? Oh my goodness. Right. So what?
Kenny's saying, please, RJ.
I'm trying to think. There's one player on top. I'm trying to think. Did he play for United or not at the time? I'm gonna guess this. Right. I'm gonna guess this. Up top, with Ronaldo was Carlos Tevez. That's what I'm guessing. Because I remember Rooney was not a part of that squad. Park, Carrick, Scholes. I'm gonna guess Nani, just because why not? Fuck it. Like the thing is, like, and I will tell you now. Thank you, Tom. Saw like the most memorable semi-final you have ever had. Mate, like, look, I was 5 years old. Okay, give me a break. Wait, no, I don't think it can't be Vidic because it's gonna be that too obvious, right? And Hargreaves is on right back, so I have to go for West Brown. So West Brown, Nani, and Tevez. All right, that's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing.
Next up is your Champions League final from 2011.
2011. Oh,
Who am I
right.
saying?
So this was the final.
This was the final. You played Barcelona at Wembley. I'm pretty sure you did anyway.
Wait, was it
Barcelona.
Wembley? Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure it was at Wembley.
So,
that looks like Wembley to me.
yeah, I can barely see it. Just okay, so right. So Van der Sar, Fabio, Ferdinand, Vidic, Evra, blank, Carrick, blank, Park Season. And then who was the striker? So back in 2011. Oh my goodness Christ! Oh my god! Oh my god! What? I can't remember, lads. I'm sorry. One of these is obvious. Which one is it, man? DM me.
Really?
DM me, mate. Literally, what's the one that's most obvious? I'm trying. Oh my god, I'm having a breakdown. I'm having a breakdown. Oh my gosh.
Right. Think about it logically. Who was up front? 2011.
Oh man. Oh man. What? Oh no, wait. Could it? I'm trying to think. It can't be. Could it? I'm gonna Kenny. I'm gonna have to guess these because personally, I've forgotten. Bulgarian. No way. It can't be him, is it?
Huh?
Tom in the
No, ignore him right now. Yeah,
I'm going to go for my own opinion. Up top, I'm saying Owen. All right, and that's my guess. I'm going to say Scholesy was in the midfield with Nani on the right. I'm going to say it's a double Nani. I'd say.
Okay. Is that right? Moving on. To
wait, hold on. I think I'm fucked up. Wait, hold on. I think I'm fucked up. Oh, is that it or?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go back on that,
Can I go to the next one then, and then think about it when I come back?
No. Once you've done it, you've done it.
Oh my god! Why are you doing this to me? I'm trying. I hate you now for this. It's
not my fault.
I'm trying to think. Top of my head, what could it be? So wait, Van der Sar, Fabio, Ferdinand Vidic, Evra. Okay. Right. So yeah, I'm going to stick with Owen. All right. I'm going to say, oh, man, was Antonio Valencia part of that squad? I'm wondering. I'm going Antonio Valencia. Fuck it. I don't think Nani. I think Nani wasn't part of that squad.
Mhm.
So Antonio Valencia on the right, center mid. Oh. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Fuck. I'm getting this all wrong. Sorry, hold on. I'm getting this all wrong. No, they're all on the bench, wasn't they? Fuck. Oh my god. Hold on. Right. Okay. So let's rethink this. Right. Was Owen starting? Yes or no? Because I personally thought he was. Now I'm like kind of second guessing myself. I am second guessing myself. Do you know what? Actually, if I'm talking about 2011, there was Michael Owen and there was Chicharito. So I'm saying Chicharito up top because I have a feeling, fuck it, feeling Chicharito up top, right? Yeah, Valencia on the right, and in the center I have. Oh man, I can only guess at this rate, innit? I wouldn't. I'm just wondering who else could there be? I'm legit.
There's more pressure on this than there is in I want to be a millionaire.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to lose to the Liverpool of all people.
The fact that RJ is literally on his own, I want everyone to appreciate how hard this is going to be.
Yeah.
I want everyone to appreciate that.
One player that's actually missing from that squad is Ryan Giggs, isn't it? It's either him or Scholesy, isn't it? Oh, I'm risking this whole tournament just on. Oh Lord, here. You know what? I'm not going to say Scholesy because I think it was his last few years at the club. So, fuck it. Ryan Giggs. The thing about Fergie is he was a weird ass manager. I mean, to be fair, he put John O'Shea in bloody goalkeeper at one stage. So yeah, you know what? Fucking Giggsy in centre mid. Up top's Chicharito, and finally Valencia on the right hand side. That's my guess. That is my guess.
That was really our considering you were 5, but we finally got there. What's in the comments? Oh no, Kenny, don't think you're right. I just don't think you are. But we're moving on to the last one. The last one is the Europa League final against Ajax.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Okay, so in goal, our cup keeper that time, and I do remember this off the top of my head, right? It was Sergio Romero. I know it hands on heart. I'm telling you, hands on heart it was.
Mm-hmm.
Centre back was Daley Blind, because not only did I get a story from bloody Souls about him, he was definitely in that centre back with Smalling, as we didn't trust Phil Jones at the time. Now that right hand side is the only thing. I mean, right hand side is the last one I'm thinking about. I mean, we didn't have a lot of people back then, but I think the only person that really comes to mind, and I'm going to be balls to the wall here, I'm going to say is Mata. So Mata, Daley Blind, and Sergio Romero.
Right. Is that your final? Is that your final answer?
I hope so. Fuck it. Let's cash it in. Right. Cash it in. Money in the bank, boys. Let's go.
We'll go to some comments here.
Oh please, Kenny.
I'm taking the piss. Tom saying, "Listen to Kenny."
Oh
I do know some of these. I've known 4 of the 5. Is this the 5th? It is.
This is the last one. If I get this, if I get these all right, I swear, I'm the goat, lad. I'm the goat. Come on, please.
So,
please.
1 minute. Right. Sorry, I just had to do something.
We all gotta do that sometime, you know.
Yes. So, for the first one, you said, and it was Man City at home.
Yeah.
You said Daniel James,
Yeah.
Victor Lindelof,
Yeah.
and you also said
The GOAT.
Anthony Martial. You are correct. That is 3
All right.
points.
3 in the bag. 3 up. 3
Second
up.
one, which I do forget. One moment. The second one,
Was
which was
the
Champions League,
PSG,
PSG,
yeah.
second leg, the day Ole Gunnar Solskjaer put himself as the greatest manager of all time. You said, bonus question now. We have to see if he's got them all correct first, or are those
Yeah.
after the first 5 answers? They are after.
It is.
So, you said Ashley Young, Eric Bailly, and Pereira. You are correct. The third one.
I know
Now
stuff.
this one was Barcelona.
Yeah.
Second leg,
Back when I was like 5 years old, like
2008. I think it was something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You said Wes Brown,
Mhm.
Nani, and Carlos Tevez. You are correct.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
all of them correct. Now, the
What a
fourth one,
guess.
you were.
I said too many
fucking-
players. I said too many
You
players,
did.
to be fair.
You did. But your final answers that you said were Ryan Giggs, Hernandez,
Yeah.
and Antonio Valencia.
Chicharito.
Now, the ones
Yeah.
you said before that were Michael Owen, Paul Scholes, and
Nani. Yeah,
Nani.
I know those 3 weren't there. Yeah.
So which pair was it? It was, in fact, Giggs, Hernandez, and Valencia. So you got 3
Come on, you
points
boys.
there.
Don't need no
And
help. I'm the
the
GOAT.
last one was the Europa League final against Ajax, and you said Sergio Romero, Daley
Yeah.
Blind, and Juan Mata, and you are correct. So you genuinely, with 0 help, got 15 out of 15 single-handedly. Now, the bonus question. I
Okay.
want goal scorers of both goals against Ajax.
Okay, that's simple. Paul Pogba got the second one, and I'm going to say Mkhitaryan got the first one.
You're correct. You are joint top with Liverpool.
All right. Come on, boys. This is to beat them all. Come on. We got this.
Oh, you won a bonus question.
Yeah, I'm not saying on the same level as Liverpool. We're way better. The United show will always be better.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay. I know the thing is, Tom can't say like, "Oh, this is how to do it." You literally picked the questions, mate. So yeah, don't chat shit, man. Man got it.
Who scored your one and only goal against Barcelona in 2008?
Oh, I have to think about that one because actually, like I said, those 2 were guesses. I mean,
It was the one and only goal of the 2-leg tie. There's no pressure.
with the 2-leg tie. Oh, it's the final.
Champions League semi-final 2008 2-leg tie.
Was this again? Who was this against?
Barcelona
Okay.
at Old Trafford.
So those 2 strikers were Tevez and Ronaldo.
Do you want me to put a team back? Actually, no, I didn't do that for the boys. I can't be that nice.
Yeah, but this I did all by myself, so technically they had a tiny bit of help. They had a tiny bit of help between each other. That's not fair, you know what I mean? I'm a one-man band, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think. But you have them singled out as well, don't you? Surely, because in the last one with Liverpool, you had the names written now.
Maybe. That's
Okay,
your
so
team.
That's
You got
the team.
5 seconds to look at it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is your answer?
I'm gonna take a guess at it. Paul Scholes.
You're joking.
No, it was legit. No, that's the only thing that comes to mind because like the banger they scored against Barcelona. Is that it? No way. No way.
Yeah. I'm not joking. RJ on his own has done Chelsea and Liverpool. So RJ has had to do all of this on his own with no help from me. I was zero help. I was no help at all. He's got 17 out of 15, 2 bonus questions. RJ on his own has walked away with this week's prize of 0. You get no prize.
Aww.
Apart from the fact that you can say to Chelsea and Liverpool, screw you is what he can say. 17 out of 15. Tom tried doing you a nasty couple. And you got through it. I don't know how you got it. I don't know how you got through it, but you did it. And then the 2 bonus questions. One was name both goal scorers from the Ajax game, which he did get correct. And then name me the one and only goal scorer between Manchester United and Barcelona in the 2008 semi-final. And he's got it correct. Congratulations to RJ for single-handedly doing this. A great United show, though. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I enjoyed it too. Just the fact that I can just
the rest of you, you're fired. Apart from Kenny. Kenny's been great in the comments as he always is.
Pence can stay as well because secondly,
Pence. Yeah. The rest of you, I'll have explanations. Nah, to be fair, it's all good. Especially Dom. Dom was fair.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. This has been an eventful United show and one that we probably will not forget, especially myself and probably Kenny, to be fair. As for the rest of them, lads, show up next week and we'll actually probably do worse. But anyway, look, we'll chat to you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And Niall, where can they find you?
You can find me at YouTube on Let's Talk Premier League, obviously normally hosting, apart from the United show. That one I let RJ do, even when we find no other guests. It's what we do. You can also find us on Twitter at Let's Talk EPL. Find us on Instagram at Let's Talk EPL _. You can find us on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. Go join our Discord server. We are literally everywhere. There is no excuse not to know Let's Talk Premier League. We are the next big. We're the next big thing. Well, I firmly believe that we've got the best community out there. I truly believe that. I love the community we're building up here. It's a great community. I love every single one of you. So close to the 140 mark. Let's get that 1 subscriber if possible. A big up to the entire 7 new subscribers today. A big up to absolutely every single one of you. Massively appreciated. And yeah, you can also find me at Niall _PAFC, where I will probably be telling the world to fuck off.
Fair enough. And you can find me at Robotic Jaguar on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and also on TikTok now. So I'm trying to spread the news, and there's more links for Niall to put in the chat. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. That has been very eventful. Thank you so much. And I'm the